Oh, you wore it as a dress.
I had some shorts up there.
I think I'm gonna ride this one. I don't care what it's going. I don't even care what it's gonna sound like.
Go on, bust a flow, Jay.
You can't just do whatever with us.
What you mean podcast? Yeah, we in the building.
Yeah.
Okay. I did with it.
What okay.
You mean? I did with it.
Okay.
Hey.
Finish it.
Okay. Finish what, nigga? Can't rap.
Chester say I can't rap, but he just don't know. NaShaye is a beast, and I can flow. Play if you want. I am number one. But Chester think
And he gonna call Mo. Mo gonna pull the two.
Yeah.
Y'all is crazy, man.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody, man? Welcome back to another episode of the What You Mean podcast. We are here for After Hours, man. I guess the main thing I need to do right now, man, so y'all know this officially, After Hours is get us all the way right, because y'all know when it's After Hours, y'all know what be going on, man. It don't even be. You know, we had to get the red lights going on in here. You know what I'm saying?
red
like
light
it's
special.
Yeah, we had to get it right. So, what we gonna do, man? We're gonna change it up a little bit tonight, man. So, first and foremost, man, thank you so much, man, for tuning into the What You Mean podcast. It's the After Hours edition. I have pulled out, man, my complete team, man, to kind of sort of just kick it this evening, man. And what we're gonna do, man. Why is my camera not on me?
Don't do them like that. Don't do it like that.
Oh my God. So man, I'm just giving my I got my apprentice inside of the engineering booth today running that thing, man. So I'm just giving him a hard time, to be completely honest, man. But I brought my team, man. My team, we're gonna do it After Hours tonight, man. We got a couple of clips we're gonna go over. I'm gonna do an introduction in just a second. I'm gonna spin the table and let them tell you who they are, because you already know who they are, but we gotta do formal introductions, man. So I guess we'll spin this thing on around the room, man. Tell the folks who you is, man.
One and only, I'm the audio engineer. I'm sure you seen me in season 1, but I'm Jay Gray, also known as the Great Jay Gatsby. You know, you can find me on social media. All your engineering needs, lighting, sound, productions, I do it all.
That name too far. Jay Great Gatsby.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hell no. Hold on.
We got to run this back. Hold up.
What's wrong? It's too close.
Look at it. You don't see that on the screen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to run this back. Start the clock back up, man.
Oh my God, nigga! I just text you that it's on the screen while we recording.
Yeah. What phone you text?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we got
I just took it off. What
Oh.
you get? There you go. The only number that I got. I don't know what else.
Okay, we good. Here we go.
Don't
Let's start the thing from the 10 out, like what's the name said. I ain't even like my introduction. I ain't like my introduction.
I was finna get into
hey,
it
go back
too.
to my camera shot real quick.
From the top.
Okay.
All right, so when I'm doing the group talking, like, it's cool to have it right there. But as soon as I start getting into like descriptive reasons on what we're doing and stuff like that, switch to my camera when we start doing that. And then when we do introduction, switch to each individual person introduction. And then when I go into what the episode is going to be about, it's cool to go back to the group shot for a second while I'm talking about that. But if I keep on going on, make sure you switch back to my camera and then go back to group.
Same for people who talking. When they talking, put it on them.
All right, here we go, man. So we're going to start it over, man.
Act like nothing happened. Ain't nothing happened.
Get that vibe going again, though.
Get some energy.
Yeah. Red light. Special. It came in different, isn't it? Or just hit a little harder. What's up, everybody, man? What's up, man? Thanks so much for coming in, kicking in, and listening again, man. You are listening to another episode of the What You Mean podcast. We're After Hours edition. We changing it up tonight, man. I'm doing something different. I have brought my team, bro, to sit down, chop it up with me, man. We think that you're really going to enjoy the conversation on tonight. I don't want to ramble, bro, because we've been in here humping it out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Getting to it. Don't do that. She gonna be a special case tonight. But without further ado, you already know I'm your host, Chester, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and spin the room, man, and let everybody else introduce themselves to you and tell you who they are, man. You got the flow.
Hey, I guess I'm first then, man. I'm this your boy Jay Gray, also known as Mr. Sound Effects. You can catch me on the What You Mean podcast. Not so much on the scene, but behind the scenes. You know, if it sound good, let me know. Say shout out to my boy Jay, man. I do this audio, lighting, whatever you need, and I'm gonna spin it over to boom, the big dog.
What's going on, guys? I'm NaShaye, your favorite journalist, your favorite camera host. You know, I do this. I'm true to this. You already know. I'm gonna spin the block to you already know.
The stylist with the mostest. Yeah.
Big Mo.
So I wasn't here in season 1, but came in season 2 to put my own spin on whatever you see Mr. Hostess with the mostest on. Just know I'm the brains behind that.
The
And he's
swag.
gonna always be fly.
Yeah, the swag you see, that's all her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay.
Hey, look, I already know. Look, hey, I'm gonna just let y'all know. If you ever compliment LeCheston on his outfit, you gotta give the credit to Big Mo. I'm telling you right now.
It ain't the chest, and that's what you say.
I'm not saying that now. Y'all ain't gonna. Now we ain't gonna do that. Now we ain't gonna have the battle of the sexes in here.
No, we're not.
We're not. You're not gonna win. You won't win that.
Ooh.
See, I just said we're not.
You
We
don't
don't have
wanna
to
go
do
there.
that.
You know, I'm gonna take the high road today.
I'm gonna take it with you.
I'm gonna take the high road, you know, because Mo know what's up, but you know, hey, look, it's a reason I'm behind the scenes. They don't even want to smoke that.
Nah.
Well, actually, that's why you got brought up out this thing, man.
Oh, so it's warfare.
Yeah, we brought
I'm
the
with it.
controversy out today. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we got folks like myself that you know I consider myself to be saved. I believe. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But do I live my life all the way to the T that I'm supposed to be probably living into? Probably not.
Does anybody?
No.
I don't know, man. We got somebody on their panel that they super holy. They could probably anoint some water and sprinkle it on everybody in here right now. We get to shout.
Hey, you know,
I am not super holy.
I ain't even say who it was.
I already know who y'all talking about.
Ooh, a hit dog a holler.
Ain't it?
Bert?
I hear that. So what we're doing tonight, man, is as you know, man, I like to watch different stuff on YouTube and stuff like that, man. I came across a podcast. It ain't really a podcast. It's more of a show that was called 8 on the Break that was on YouTube, man. And one of the guys that was on there was a guy with some dreads. And he's actually, I don't know if they just changed their name from 8 on the Break or whatever it was to tonight's conversation, but you guys have probably heard of them. So we're not stealing their content or anything like that. It's pretty much a review or give us a talking point on tonight. That's what we're going to do in this after hours edition. So shout out to tonight's conversation. You can catch some clips of their actual stuff on their Instagram page, but they have found a way to monetize their platform. So in order for you to actually watch the full episodes, you actually have to download their app and subscribe in order to be able to watch their full content, which I think is dope. So tonight we're going to take some of the pieces that they've given us, you know what I'm saying, to the general public, and we're going to play a couple of those clips, man, and we're going to talk about them. And we got different peoples from different walk, different ages, different experiences here. So you're probably going to hear a couple different answers, man. So with that being said, we don't want to drag this after hours edition out, man. We're going to keep it a buck. We're going to go ahead and cue that first clip and get that first clip ready, man. So we're going to go ahead and play that for y'all right now. Y'all should be able to hear it at home. And if you're watching on YouTube, you should be able to see it up on your screen. So let's get to it.
I think also it's easy to fear marriage because we've made it a personal goal and not a God-ordained thing. When you talking about like matrimony, when you talking about my assigned partner, ain't to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Like are there gonna be moments where we have our tough times and things like that? Of course, but I was covered before you got here. This is much larger than me. There's a much larger assignment that our parent is supposed to complete. You feel me? When we talking about, just be scared because they want to get married for the status symbol.
Woo!
And so when you start to have rocky times in a marriage that you got for status, y'all don't look that good. And I'm afraid to be out here married and going through it.
Well,
Woo!
that's gonna be
That can preach.
that's how we're gonna jump it off, man. Who want to go ahead first?
Let me go first.
Let's talk to the marriage.
Yes,
To the
yes.
marriage.
Let's go. I'm someone that's been married before there was a social media. So I am here to say I wish my husband was here with me to attest to that. We did not get married for the status quo or for a status. We knew a lot of people want to get married, but a lot of people don't want to be married.
Right.
That's two different things.
That's good, Mo.
And so, like he said, when the hard times come, a lot of time, that's why you see the divorce rate is so high, because you don't know how to handle those hard times, because your foundation was built on social media and a status.
Right.
And you got to go back to the beginning of why were you married? Why did I get married? I didn't get married for social media. I didn't get married for to say I have a ring or a husband. I got married because I wanted I love my life partner, and that's the only person I want to do life with. We may want to kill each other sometimes, but at the end of the day, you got to know that's the person that you want to do this life with, and there's nobody else in this earth that you can go through these hard times with and get over it. So that's why I feel like we are, it's not perfect, but we get through it. Yeah.
Y'all heard of Kill. Hey, she from New Orleans.
He said a key thing. He said, God, I believe there's no God in marriages today.
Yep.
Like, I went to a wedding and they said their vows, but to me it didn't feel like they was channeling that third strand, that godness in their relationship. Like, it was just for status. It was just to say we got married. So I think the key thing is God. God created marriage as a covenant. He created marriage for you to be with one person that you love and to go through the ups and the downs with them, no matter what. Like I always say, the only reason to get divorced is infidelity. But I think there's no God in marriages. There's no God in relationships today. Like, people forget that one important part, because God can keep a relationship together for years.
Right.
For years and years.
It's the first part, not even the third. It's the first. It's God, then you and your mate.
For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
What you got, Jay?
I'm gonna go with what she said. I'm a firm believer of that, but I also believe the 2 points I'll make is, like she said, today's world, people get married for the wrong reasons. I feel like poverty sucks. A lot of people, I tell people all the time, marriage is a business decision just as much as it is a covenant with God. And a lot of people don't evaluate things. People do it for, like you said, the status quo. But I also point another thing. The most beautiful things in life are made with pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure is what builds it, because when you get through something, let's just say something, let's say you dating somebody and something tragic happens, y'all lean on each other to get through it.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to have somebody that you can count on, somebody that you can depend on. Like you said, it's a covenant. So those are vows, those are sacred vows that you make with somebody. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't just do that with anybody.
I feel you. Right. I think the shouting ground that he gave me was just at the beginning part, when he was like, we're not involving or. All right, so let me back up. This is what I believe, right? I believe, and I've said this on the podcast before, I believe that a lot of people are just unequally yoked. Mm-hmm. And when I say unequally yoked, I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about status. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm just talking about the realm of where your personal relationship is with God. You know what I'm saying? Because I done been in many churches where Pastor White would normally say the hand that you holding might be able to get a prayer through that you can't. So right now it's just the person that you're connected to, you know what I'm saying, in this moment of intercession and in this moment of prayer. So all I know from what I've been through and what I've experienced with the relationships and the marriages that I've been through is that I need a partner that is influxed, or their relationship is just as profound as mine, because those moments when I get weak, I don't need you to be strong in just all the other great areas. I need you to be strong in the thing that really makes it better. Like, when you're in the word and you're of the word, then our vocabulary changes, right? Instead of saying optimistic, we start saying blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just we change the way that we talk. You know what I'm saying? So I need somebody that can speak that type of life into me when it comes to certain issues and stuff like that. So I can just attest to what he said and he shared, that I just think, like, right now, like, relationships are just not built the way that they used to be built to be able to sustain, to get the results of what we used to have. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of things we can blame it on. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
But at the end of the day, if we're being like for real, bro, like it's not gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? Like divorce rate is not gonna go down, bro. It's gonna continue to go up. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about pressure, we know diamonds come from pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
The people who can sustain and actually have real marriage, they're really gonna be looked at as jewels in the near future. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Can I
when,
say one thing?
yeah, go ahead.
So I believe another reason marriage, and this is just my personal opinion, I believe marriages aren't as valued because people, excuse me, people are coming together unequally yoked with God.
Right.
I'm learning, I had this conversation with Des, I'm learning in my season of singleness that it's a reason to be single. There's a purpose in being single, a 100% purpose in being single. It says in 1 Corinthians, I talked with Jay about this, 7:34, it says a single woman's concerns is of the Lord because she's single. A married woman concerns is her family. Her interest is divided. Or a married man interest is divided because it's his family first. So when you're single, that gives you the chance and the opportunity to get closer to God, find out what he wants for you, find out what he don't want for you. It's really the chance for him to mold you into the person that you want to be. In my season of singleness, I'm praying for my husband already. I'm praying that I'm being faithful to him. Because temptation, I'm praying that, I always tell him the truth. Not that I've ever had an issue with that, but marriage is different. Marriage is just, like I said, like he said, it's a sacred covenant. And there's certain things that you don't do and certain things that you do. So I believe marriage also isn't valued because people are coming together and they're not equally yoked with God to have that, that beautiful union, my opinion.
I've always said, excuse me, your mate can bring you up or your mate can bring you down. And me and my husband are the total opposite. But it works. Where I'm weak, he's strong, and vice versa. And so I always, you have to be the person to, and even if it's something that you may not like, but they like, but you got to encourage them. And so I always use this. I know y'all, I've said this to several of y'all since probably the last 2 weeks. I always use the example of when we first got married, I knew I wasn't into college football. I'm a girl. I'm girly. I want to go shopping. I want to go do girly stuff. But my husband was into college football, but I wasn't going to take his happiness from him. So what I did, if I wanted to spend time with my husband on a Saturday, you're going to have to get into college football.
Right.
And now today I can talk college football with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
So give me some headphones.
It's a lot of compromising.
ESPN. It's compromise, right? And so that was one thing that brought us closer.
I think that's a key word in today's relationship and time is compromise, because you got people that just feel like they don't have to compromise.
Yeah.
And I can say that I've been through some seasons where I felt like that, but I think that my uncompromising seasons came from just hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it just ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? Type deal. Like, and I've said this on our platform before, and I share it again just because of it's in direct relation to what we're talking about. One of the key things with men is, NaShaye, that man that you praying for, that's some man out there that's preparing himself for that.
For sure.
So people, the other women that come along the way, while he's getting to you, he's not going to treat them the way that he's going to treat you.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not even about a checkoff list. It's not about none of that. It's about getting back to the basis of how we even got here when we were talking about just being equally yoked. It's something magical about when relationships go like this versus going like this all the time to get finally like this, because some of us just don't have that fight in us to sustain throughout this the whole time.
You
like
said a key word that you got to have that fight.
Yeah, like and it's the thing though. Everybody don't got the fight, and that's okay, man. Just like you said, Mikey got some strengths, you got some strength. You got some weaknesses, he got some weaknesses. Y'all complement each other where you can. And I'm here to finally understand and know that sometimes where I'm weak at, the other person just might not be strong in that area. And where I'm strong at, that person just may not be what they need to be in the area. It's just a lot of people just don't have that that fighting ram in them when it comes to certain stuff. Like, you look at me, I'll fight for my business and what I do in my craft like a motherfucker. But when it comes to certain relationships, my mental won't allow me to operate the same way I would for something like I care about my business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So who can tell me that I'm wrong about that? You see what I'm saying?
But you know what has to happen? Your mate has to see that fight that you have and that love you have for your business, and she has to eventually love your business like your business is you.
Right.
Because if you meet anybody right now, if they met you before the pic visuals, okay, that's a different story. But if they meet you now, you coming with, it's just like if me and Mikey divorced and I'm coming with Bryce. You got to love Bryce as much as you love me. Mm-hmm. They got to love your business as much as they love you.
Gotcha.
So when they show you that, you're going to have that same fight in you for them when they show you that they love your business as much as they love you.
I got something from...
Yeah, and I think that's what I meant by the boom, 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 boom. It's just going to go like that.
But even with that, what I kind of take from it is it's individuality when it comes to dating. Each individual, you're never going to get the same thing from the same person. And so I think when it comes to finding your mate, and I'll give an example. I look at today's society, like I said, poverty sucks. A lot of people get married for... that reason. Roommate. Everybody has a different reasons. Everybody's getting something different from a marriage. So when I look at marriage, I think of, okay, Miss Margaret back in the day. Miss Margaret knew her husband was messing around with the girl across town. I mean, I'll get personal. My grandfather, great man, provider. My grandmother, solid woman. I'm talking about every morning he woke up, breakfast was cooked. The kids was ready. The clothes was ironed. She didn't care if my granddaddy had been messing around across town with who knows whatever. But
long as he set that check on that table, didn't it?
Well, he was a provider. The thing about it is she never had to ask him or question him to do that. He did that naturally. He was a natural provider, but he also was a man's man back in those days. It was a man's world. He felt like, hey, I take care of everything. Don't question me about what I do.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Now, my grandmother might not have liked it.
Right.
But one thing about it is she wasn't never one that she had to step out, or I'm going to just go ahead and say if she did, you weren't going to find out about it. Now, we are talking before social media, so that was a different era. But the thing I want you to get from it is some people can deal with that. Everybody has something that makes or breaks the deal. Some people get mad over stuff like social media. You know, some people get mad over, hey, I don't like my man to be out. I want him to be at home. Everybody has what they like. It's fine. That's what makes marriage so unique. But like you said, you and your husband, it's ups and downs, but you feel like y'all match. You got to be able to come to common ground.
Right.
I can deal with this. I can deal with that. You got couples that, hey, I know my man got some things he got to get out. We're swingers. I do it because I love him. I've heard that. So
like Will and Jada.
Everybody,
but that works for them.
That works for them.
And I think, not to cut you off, but and I'm gonna say this because we got to move on to the next one. This. I think those things though is what has diluted the meaning of marriage, bro.
Yeah.
Because even though that how grandmama and granddaddy them did it,
that ain't one right.
That ain't right. But that's what. But that's how we grew up, and even though we didn't know, we knew. You know what I'm saying? Some of us knew granddaddy had more than one woman. Cause we used to ride around in the car with him when he used to go see him. You know what I'm saying? Like we knew it, but it was granddaddy, and it didn't make us love him no less. It didn't make us look at him no less of a man, because we knew who he was as the core of a man, of a person on what he done. And I'm just saying things like that, bro. When it comes to like poly is taking over right now, bro. Yeah. Like everybody want a poly relationship, or they want to be swingers in marriages. Like you got ongoing things like that is diluting the core meaning of what marriage is really supposed to stand for, man.
Yeah, but I don't knock people with poly. When I look at
dope.
When I look at the ancestral meanings behind it.
Next clip.
when you look at our ancestors though. Marriage, it also brought about wealth. you even when it was arranged, it was bringing in, you know, you have a wealthy family bring their daughter to merge. Like I said, still business.
Yeah.
It was still business. So even if you took it on a spiritual route, even people that are poly, that are together, a lot of them tell you, they be like, you know, it's about building a unification. And some people just have it where they need more than one. Like I tell people all the time, and you know, we've had people come in with poly. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, it ain't, bro.
It ain't. It takes a lot to be able to, I mean, not only, you know, involve yourself in what comes with it, but sharing. A lot of people are selfish.
Oh, I don't share.
They don't share.
I'm not sharing. Next clip.
All right, so yeah, that was our little spiel on, man, that first little clip, man, and we're gonna get ready to keep it moving on, man. Like I said, tonight we're doing some clips from tonight's conversation. If you don't know who they are, the information is down below because we do want to give them credit for the clips that we are watching and commenting and giving just how we feel about what they share with us. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready to move on to clip number 2, man, and we're gonna go ahead and play that right now.
Having sex on the first night does not make you up and does not decrease your chances of a long-term relationship.
All right.
Making a man wait 90 days does not ensure a more prosperous, more fruitful, more friendship-driven relationship.
That's a fact.
Because 91 days, you can be on a block list. Okay? The only standards I believe you should set for yourself are the ones that you already had before a certain human gets here. I believe you should find your own baseline. I don't think you're allowed to recreate the narrative every time you meet a certain individual.
And you know what, man? I want to kick that one off, bro.
Go ahead.
Because one of the best relationships I've actually ever been in my life, bro, we literally probably had sex. I think it was like the second night we met. Like, I do not believe in the whole time frame of fucking I ain't giving you no ass because of what XYZ. Because the same thing that nigga gonna be in day number 1 is the same thing that nigga gonna be in day number 60.
It's trivial. It's childish to think that sex on a time period is gonna
That shit stupid.
that,
dude,
like literally
Like-
like I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. I've had situations with guys where, you know, they meet a girl and they like, yeah, man, you know, I'm really working on it, man. I'm trying to holler at her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they like, oh, you know her? Yeah, first 48. But I mean, but I'm going to tell you this. Certain people pull certain things out of certain people.
Yep.
Right.
And that goes with lust too. If you got, hey, what they say, you got what I want, you know? Hey, if you got what I need, it is what it is. So I mean, that's society trying to make it, oh well, that's gonna make you a hoe if you do, baby. You gonna try out the steak before you just get the you know,
Because I know
coming
a
back to the
situation
restaurant.
where you know, they waited till they was married and it ended it's disastrous.
Yeah, I just don't
And
think
I'm
that.
just gonna leave it like that.
She thought it was a sausage party and it was a shrimp basket.
But yeah, you have to have. I mean, some people just have that sexual attraction to each other, so that doesn't make her a whole. You know, and it's always a double standard. You know, the man ain't gonna ever be considered the whole.
Yeah.
But the woman,
Yeah.
you know, but
sorry.
she know how to care. As long as she ain't screwing time today, Jack tomorrow, and you know, somebody different all 7 days of the week. You know.
So here's the killer. Is that your definition of a hoe?
No.
Because I feel like hoism is in categories. Because you got broke hoes, you got cheap hoes, you can be a hoe.
You can also be a hoe for your mate.
True. Because, hey, here's the question. Did she learn all that freaky stuff she does on you from 10 niggas or one that just got it all out of her?
One could have brought it all out of her.
One could have. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I ain't gonna point no fingers, but some people's lives done been changed. So, like, I ain't never did that before. For real? Hey, your last man was boring, baby. Hey, look, this ain't that. But remember we were talking about the 5 attachments? I'm gonna give y'all a free game. Forget the 5 attachments. Shared album. Anything y'all want, make it personal. That way she taking some pictures. Drop it in the shared album, baby. We got, hey, I'm giving y'all too much free game, though.
This a fool.
And I mean, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna change gear because I want to switch it over here to the quiet person. But
Talking about the
yeah,
saved.
yeah. The holy person.
Chill out.
She used to wear black and white, but she got on different colors today.
So I wanna hear your take on it.
I am renewed.
I want to hear your take on it.
And I want her to, but I want to share this with her before she goes there. All right, so shortly after my divorce, you know what I'm saying? I was spiraling out of control because of the divorce.
When you say spiraling out of control, you mean you was out here?
He was spiraling,
Bruh,
Jay.
it was bad,
Jay,
bro.
he was
It was
spiraling.
bad.
We're not going into that.
Like, I didn't know about a whole lot of stuff. Matter of fact,
I was there.
we got a common friend, which is all of us go get our hair cut by the same barber. You know what I'm saying? And at the time when I was, out of my divorce, he was the one this when the first like hot dating app hit the market. It was Tinder. So he was the one who put me on Tinder, bro. So I met somebody on Tinder, you know what I'm saying? We hit it off, bro, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of sort of like what Mo was talking about. It was like an everyday thing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, to the point Shawty didn't even go to 2A no more. Shawty would just bring her scrubs and shit to my crib, leave my crib, going to UAB to go to work, you feel me, you know what I'm saying? So but she's one of Pastor Mike's folks. She's like gun-ho Pastor Mike. And, she got to talking to Pastor Mike, and Pastor Mike told her one day, well, your conflict and your interest in terms of what you're asking God for and what you're doing in your free time. You know what I'm saying? Because I think she told him about the relationship that him and me and her had. So, she wanted to go down this celibacy road. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, the one thing about me, dog, is certain things that I'm not finna compete with. So when it comes to your spirituality, how you feel and what you're trying to do, I'm not finna try to convince you or put you in situations where it's going to alter what you're trying to do because that's greater than me. You know what I'm saying? So I stepped off. You know what I'm saying?
You're a good one.
That's good.
But check it out. Here's the catch, though.
Real.
Here's the catch, though. Here's the catch. That motherfucker got pregnant a couple months later by somebody else. That's why I don't fuck with that celibacy shit. That shit for the birds, bro. That shit is for the birds, bro.
So
that shit is for the birds, bro.
Everything PMJ was telling her to going in one end out the other.
But she's still over there like she the best thing smoking since whatever the cracks, whatever, bro. And I dated somebody else that's why I respect big niggas now. Cause this is why I respect big niggas. I dated another girl was on the whole celibacy trip. The Megan Good and what's the boy Deborah Frank dude she The Wait, right? That book had just dropped. You know who bought me a copy of it? The girl I was dating at the time. She bought me a copy of the book. We reading it together, discussing it together. She taking me down this whole celibacy road. Like you said, some girls you feel like it's worth waiting on. Like it's worth investing in what she's laying ahead of you, like she want in her life and what she's doing. Motherfucker, like that shit ended, bro. A couple months later, bro, she was dating a nigga, fat nigga, bro. She fucking with that nigga.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna tell you right now, that fat nigga cook better than you.
It's cool, but I said all that because I wanted to turn it over to our angel over here.
I'm not.
Cause you need to you ain't really said much about the clip. You kind of cut off on the lab.
I chose the clip.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
First of all, I'm not an angel. Okay, I am renewed.
What does renewed mean?
My salvation. I've been delivered from.
You delivered
from my cycle of sins.
Okay.
Okay.
I can do that.
More.
Oh, I love men's. I want one men's. Nah. But I want to comment on, because my pastor said it today, I want to comment on how you said she went on this celibacy journey, then she turned around and got pregnant. My pastor said when people get saved, you going to slip.
Of course.
You going to slip. And you just come on back. So, like her slipping, that may have been a greater damage on her than you think it was, if she was truly devoted to following Christ.
Right.
Her slipping probably hurt her more than anything, so it's like when you slip, you got to get back up. You're not supposed to get up and be like, I slipped, no, you just act accordingly and you confess your sins. But on the celibacy tip, I listen to all y'all. I listen to everything y'all say, and I don't feel altered. I don't feel like I'm being forced to make a certain decision. My beliefs is my belief.
Right.
So I actually love, because it's controversy. Mm-hmm. With Christianity, that's adversity. But I chose to be celibate more so because I I want God to be in control of my life and not my flesh. We love sex. Sex is good. Sin feels good. But I want God to be in control of of me. I don't want my flesh to lead me down different paths, because I realized last year there's a lot of sin in our life that we've done that's the reason we're going through certain things today. Like, it's because of what we did. Judgment is already upon us. We're waiting on judgment, but the judgment is already upon us because of the things that we did. I used to steal. Me and my sister used to go into Walmart and steal. I'm paying for my sins for stealing. Even though we think it's something little, we're paying for our sins. So I'm celibate because I want control over myself. I'm sorry. I want God to have control over me, full control. I don't want anything blocking me from, giving my all to him. That's fornication. That's masturbation. That's marijuana. I used to smoke a lot of weed. That's hardcore music that push the agenda, that call women bitches and call niggas fuck niggas. I've stopped listening to that because I want to draw nearer to God. I don't want to be further away from God, and that's just my path. Like, I kind of don't like meeting new people because new people see this new me. They don't know the old NaShaye who used to.
They think you green, the L7,
or I'm Angel, or or I'm perfect.
I mean, but I'm at the before version though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you, when I first met you was on the kicky tail. We kick, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not. This is me. This is my prayer for you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You know what I'm saying? You are right. People do fall short. People fall short every single day. It's not about the even falling short part. It's how you get up, bro, from the fall, because the fall is coming. So I think it's more so of how you handle the scrutiny that comes from people when you tell people what you're doing.
But that's why I'm not so bothered, because it's not even about y'all.
I know it's not about
people.
It's not about. All right, so let me rephrase this. All right. Do you believe that there's a possibility that you could possibly miss out on someone because of your celibacy route?
I believe there's a possibility that my flesh could miss out on something that I want.
We ain't talking about your flesh. I'm
Because
talking
your
about
flesh, as long as you got this is what I want to say.
I
You're
believe
gonna sin.
with God, I won't miss anything that's for me. So let's just leave it at that.
All right,
but with my
cool.
flesh, I'm seeing all this. I'm gonna miss out because I'm making a choice. But with God gonna let me know that's it.
Let me just say I love that for you, just because I feel like to make that decision, and first off, that's discipline, because it takes discipline to do what you're doing. But I feel like you're a product of what you've been through, which means you're not somebody that's just coming in. I've never experienced anything, but this is the route I'm gonna take. No, you've been through trials and tribulations, so this is what you feel is your calling to get you closer to God. So I love that for you. Anything that's gonna bring you closer to the Father, I'm all for that. And like I said, that's your individuality. That's your covenant with God. And so I can't let no man come between you and God.
Like it's like he said, when you in the word and you of the word, ain't no compromise. Now, that's the only thing you can't compromise is with God. You either gonna serve him or you gonna serve the world. Either or. Ain't no lukewarm. Choose this day what you will serve. You gonna be in the world or you gonna be in the word.
And he gonna forgive you either way. So.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, I think that's a great. I was about to say, that's a real gray area.
When you
that's
make
a good
the
preaching
decision
point,
to serve God, because I have every pastor I have sat up under, they have said to the they slip.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're gonna. No matter how hard you try, as long as you are of the flesh, there's only one person that is free of sin, and that's him.
Jesus, yeah.
That's Jesus. So we're gonna fall,
for sure.
But God has something called grace,
and it's sufficient
that he gives to everybody. So what I say to you is just don't be so don't compromise. I'm not saying that, but just don't be so hard on yourself, because whether it's you gonna slip some way somehow. I mean,
I have.
No matter what, like gluttony is a sin. You overeat, you sinning, and it's no different from fornicating.
Yeah. So I think, and we're gonna move on to the next one. So I think this is my thing, bro. At the end of the day, the God that I serve, that God wants you to be happy. You know what I'm saying? That God wants you to be fruitful. That God wants you to multiply. Like that God wants whatever that you feel and you're asking him to bless, you know what I'm saying, is going to be fulfilling. I just don't want you to see you as that 50-year-old chick that's still celibate and you still going down this road because you waiting on something to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
why do you feel like that? Because of the world we live in today?
No. Because manifestation is different for different people.
Mm-hmm.
So what you may see, I may not see. I'm basically saying that the God that I believe in, and I know we believe in the same God, does not want you to be stagnant in being happy because you've latched on to maybe a practice that somebody has administered to you that they've never adhered to themselves.
I like that, but my happiness isn't from another person. My happiness is from me.
I think you're not listening to what I'm saying.
No, I understand. Just go deep. I'm just going deeper. Like, I understand the joy that comes with being with someone, but that goes back to the first conversation when people come unequally yoked. I'm getting myself together. Well, my happiness is gonna be mine. So
right.
When I come together with that person, we're gonna be good. My happiness was here before you even got here.
I feel you, Miss Independent. I feel you.
No, don't say that.
I feel you.
Don't say that.
But what I'm
think
trying to
he
tell
don't
you,
want you to
and I'm
miss
gonna stand 10
when he
toes on this
comes.
shit because I don't give a fuck. I'm finna be real with you. Nobody, God didn't put us here to be by ourselves,
True.
bro.
You
So
cannot
you can
live in
be
this world by
happy.
yourself.
He can give you what you need to be this stand up woman, and I'm good by myself and I'm happy by myself. But he didn't make you to be by yourself,
You make
bro.
me sound like a modern woman. I didn't say that.
I didn't say that,
that's what it
NaShaye.
sound
No,
like.
I did not say that. I did not say that
let
shit.
me say this so we can move on. I love men. I want to be married for
Right.
sure. I don't plan on being single for the rest of my life. But I
don't
plan
think you
on,
will be.
I know. My plan is to get the yes from God because I've done things on my own.
And you've seen the results.
And it
I
don't
got
work
you.
out for me.
And I'm in the same
honestly
boat with
believe
you. I feel you.
I believe what the point that she's making is, like she said, she's single. She's in her single season. And I believe one thing that I'm not going to go too far in, but I believe that posturing yourself to receive the blessing of a mate that's worthy of you is what she's doing. She's preparing herself to be the woman that she feels that the man that God is calling for her
can get all of
he
this,
can
baby.
get everything he
Yeah,
wants
that's
out of
and
her. Because she's
I'm
like, hey, I'm
From the
ready,
rooter
baby.
to
I've
the
been
tutor.
waiting
I've been
on you.
waiting.
I
Here
feel,
come the
hey,
hope.
And what
and
God has for you is for you. So I
Yeah.
feel like she's gonna get that discernment of God. I feel like NaShaye has a personal relationship with God. So she talks to him like, hey,
Oh yeah.
hey, look, let me know if he it. Let me know, because you know when you let me know, yeah,
It's a
we-
wrap.
it's a wrap.
Yeah. I feel you.
So,
I feel you. So man, I appreciate that. Y'all, let's get ready to go to our last and final clip, man. We're gonna go ahead and cue that and get ready for clip number 3, man. We're gonna go ahead and see what we got on this last one.
Oh, well, I don't want you sexually liberated, but also you talking when it's your turn on the conversation. Well, women don't do this and women don't do that. Where do you think we getting this practice from?
Let me say this, because this is important. There's a big difference between your 7 and your 37.
And you would
How
know
much
the
practice do your ass
you
really
would know the
need to
difference.
know how to suck?
And you would know where that
Don't pay attention to details. That's all I'm saying.
You should have realized
Hey,
this. If a woman has sex with 3 men in a year, like say you talking to a woman for
That's a
4
lie.
months.
It's like,
But if you talking to somebody for 4 months,
Yeah.
like y'all talking, like think about how much time goes by, like 4
so
months.
you got
how much-
one every quarter.
Hold on.
That's so you got quarterly.
So what did you for? Like, but let's say she had sex with 3 people. Like,
Yeah.
think about it, because everybody don't necessarily become your boyfriend or girlfriend. But if you say hell, even if you're talking to somebody for 6 months,
Situationship.
at the end of the day, a lot of men don't even get into relationships under 6 months. But you also would not get into a relationship with a woman that you've never had sex with. So if you're going on 6 months, y'all have. If it don't work out, you ain't like, oh, you because you slept with me and it was only 6 months. So now that's 2 people. Let's just say a year. If she started having sex at least at 21 and she 31, what that math talking about? That math talking about 20 people.
See, she's speaking from her personal.
Hey man,
That
hey,
sounded personal.
Right.
So
hey, do me a favor. Can you put that video back up on the screen real quick for me?
yeah.
Push that jog button and just go back to the beginning, man. Real
Oh,
quick.
well, I don't want you sexually liberated.
Yeah. Is that the beginning? If that's the
Also,
beginning,
talking when it's your turn
yeah,
on
I'm
the
gonna take it when to
conversation.
stop.
Well, women don't do this and women don't do that. Where do you think we getting this practice from?
Stop right there. What women getting this practice from, Jay?
Experience.
Do y'all feel like that the experience is detrimental when it comes to like just being like, because you got some people that are trash in the bedroom, man. Like they ass in the bedroom, bro. So
much because I ain't gonna be able to post them on TikTok like that.
yeah, I forgot about that, man. You got to beat, man. You got to either beat, but what? Because it's the after hours joint. I be talking shit on the after hours, but I've and I'm not saying that I've probably been the best for everybody. I ain't never personally got no complaints for real. But I'm just saying, like, how detrimental is, because I heard y'all say earlier when you and Mo was talking about, like, you got that one person that can push your limits and get you all the way right. So it only took one person to really get you there, you know what I'm saying, versus some people it take multiple people. Because I know for me, when I grew up in Alabama, you know what I'm saying, I was a Marine, I went to California. California, I have nothing against my sisters. I wish, whoever my mate ends up being, that's who it's going to be. But, you know what I'm saying, I would love to share my world with a black queen if I'm able to do that. But when I was in Cali, I didn't want to really date black women because I had been dating black women all my life. And in California, it's a melting pot. So I want to experience everything I've never experienced. You know what I'm saying? And my thing was, that was my experience. I wanted to experience different things from different women so that I could consider myself to be this top tier type sex machine if that's something I want to cut on. So, I know that this is going to go kind of deep because we're talking about numbers when it comes to women and numbers when it comes to men. But I just really want y'all to just be real and speak directly to it, man.
I feel like individuality, it's so circumstantial when you look at that, because you have, I've had sex with someone where, and I just go straight personal because I don't care. I've had sex with somebody where they felt like, boom, it was amazing, like, and I'm like, baby, this was like, baby, we on the pregame. We ain't even on the real.
She ain't ready. She
like,
ain't
and
ready
I'm like,
for you on.
I'm talking about. I'm in there doing my thing. She looking back at me like, why you doing me like this? And I'm like, baby, this is. And so that made me instantly think, dang, what them other niggas was doing, because I know you ain't ever had.
Right.
So it is, but you know what I'm saying, you've also had. I mean, I've never had anybody tell me it was bad. I mean, I ain't, I'm not even joking. I've never gotten that, because personally, I'm not a meet a chick, smash, just met you. I'm like, I like quality over quantity. I've always been like that. Now, my numbers might be whatever they is, but I can guarantee you, I believe in, I'm not going to have sex with nobody I wouldn't have a kid with.
That was the rule my daddy taught me. My daddy told me, don't lay down with no woman that you wouldn't want to have no kid about.
Lay down with dogs, catch fleas.
But don't seem like men don't listen to that though.
I say this, like you said,
I'm not
flesh.
saying y'all.
Flesh.
But I'm
flesh
just
is
saying.
weak. I say, I've seen times where it's like, dang. Like, I'm just going to tell you, you take a man that's used to steak and he hungry and you put him in a room with some Spam, eventually he gonna eat that Spam. he gonna imagine that it's a steak.
And you gonna procreate.
That was real good.
You gonna procreate with
Tuna.
that Spam.
It's gonna be tuna.
Or even sometimes, situations.
And you gotta deal with that Spam.
You know it ain't good for you, but you do it because you can.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot, and that's
real good,
and
bro. That's good,
solid.
Bro.
A lot. I mean, hey, everybody want to hit Beyonce, but you ain't putting in the work to have a Beyonce. So some people gotta deal with Kelly.
So let me ask the women, man. Let me ask the women this real quick. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with Kelly.
Kelly
What
Rowland?
about Michelle?
Ain't nothing wrong with Michelle.
Nobody wants.
Now,
Nobody want Michelle. Nobody don't want no Michelle, man.
I take Kelly though.
Kelly
I
all
take
day.
Kelly over Beyonce.
Kelly over Beyonce all
Easy.
day. That's baby Beyonce though. You can't say that.
Hold on.
That's baby over there.
Hey, that money though. That money changed things. Hey, look, I'm gonna take Beyonce over to Kelly.
This is my question I want to pose for the first part of that clip, man. I hope y'all kept that clip where it was, so we bring it back up. We can pick it up from there. And then I think that lady basically said it was in a 10-year span, 21, 31, in a 10-year span. from a woman's standpoint, you know what I'm saying, and this doesn't necessarily have to be y'all number. I'm just hypothetically speaking. From a woman's perspective, in a 10-year span, if she's been dating and hasn't really gotten to a committed point where she's ready to commit herself to somebody or get married, what do you feel like a number is just too outrageous for a woman?
I won't say because every woman different, and I can't even say that.
It ain't different if it look like roast beef and you can ride a truck through it. But okay, go ahead.
It is, and you know, in my situation, it's very different. I started dating my husband when I was 21. I'm about to be 47 next month.
Dang, that's a long time to be
you
on
had
the
a life
same
before
meat,
that,
bro.
before the marriage. though.
I did,
But
but
he said 21.
In the hard streets of New Orleans.
I wasn't.
I
if
believe
need
you.
proof,
You
can
wasn't
ask.
no. Hey, look. I believe they had to ante up on Auntie Mo. She wasn't playing with her. She was like, "Baby, you ain't even in my league." He like, "You 21 like me, so I got a bigger anointing on my life."
It's crazy because I will say I asked the other day, I asked Google how many men, you know, would women have slept with by the age of 30. That's just something that I researched, and so many women said different things. That's why I say I can't say so many.
So
women,
just share some of them numbers that you seen.
some women said, like he said, 37. Some women said, somebody said 1,000. I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh wow!
That's a lot of bodies.
Yeah. And that's men and women. So that's why I say it's different. Everybody got different views on how they, you know, like y'all said the other day, if it wasn't good, it don't count. If you had on the rubber, it didn't count. Oh yeah, touche. Like I said.
Yeah, we ain't say that on the damn podcast. But she saying that shit out loud.
But I meant what I
Talking
said.
about what was your first question? You said how many does it take to get
What's the
experience?
average
what's the
number?
average?
Or to be taught how to be good in the bedroom?
Well, I think the original question that they posed and that they talked about was like kind of sort of what quote unquote like makes you a hoe. And the question was, I think, pertaining to numbers, the amount of people, because the guy that was speaking, the older guy, was essentially saying at the end of the day that we as men don't want a woman with a whole lot of bodies on them. You
That's
know what
what
I'm
the debate
saying?
is
Like,
about.
and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, I'm cool with having fun with somebody that got a lot of bodies as long as they can.
But you ain't gonna wife.
But I don't be wanting to wife them up like that. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same token, some of the people that got more bodies on them that you probably won't even deal with that aspect, they be the better people in the bedroom, and they poom being more better tacked than.
There's so many soul ties.
Wait, say that again. You said the woman that have a lot of bodies be better in the bedroom?
Sometimes they poom still be intact.
It be.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
poom
people
be
don't
intact.
like-
I ain't really
they
talking
don't
about the
like
stroke
teaching.
of them. I ain't talking about how they ride or how they do it. I'm really talking about the experience. Like, I think it's different for us males. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's that first, when it first get there. When it first get there, it's like it's either the light bulb go on or it kind of like flicker a little bit. If it flicker a little bit, that means we just here. But if that light go off, it's like, oh, like, okay, shit, what's going on here type deal. Like, I feel like it's certain people that I've dealt with, you know, when it comes to that number one, you know, they have they got a couple more bodies than I probably would deal with, and then you got some that haven't had that many. Like, I've literally slept with a woman that I was probably the second or third person she slept with, and I was miserable when I was having sex with her.
Yeah. See, soul ties. That junk.
No, he ain't talking about soul tie. He talking about just trash pom pom.
Oh, you talking about trash poo-poo. But it was draining too, right?
I mean, I had to put a pillow over my head to just make it through it.
So is
That's true.
is that a question to ask when you're dating someone? How many bodies did you
I don't want to know that for real. Like,
That's a good
yeah, I don't think I really want to know it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what if you find out down the line? Like,
It makes us act different. It makes us look at them different. Like I'll say this, and I'm gonna say it on this podcast, bro. And I really hate to put my business out there like this.
Let it be known, Chestnut.
The number one person that probably really had my heart the most, that I loved the most, was a hoe. I fell for her while I was a hoe. We both knew that we was going to do what the hell we wanted to do, but when she called me, I stopped. When I called her, she stopped. If I wanted something, she was going to get it, vice versa, whatever the case may be. Like, even though she was doing what she wanted to do, I knew her. She kept it a buck and 100 with me. Like, I mean, probably one of the best experiences that I ever had when it came to talk about like just like being with somebody, bro. But you know,
but that's understandable because just because, like you said, just because she might have been quote unquote what you call a hoe, at the same time, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can agree. Some of the girls that I just had sex with, it was fun. We did what we do. And when I look at the full circle of it, they were good friends. They were people that I could actually like, somebody that it was no pressure. When emotions get involved, that's when things get crazy.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of
You
meet
meet-
a lot of guys who love women who get around.
I feel like personally, and I'm gonna speak on men of today's generation. We have a problem. It's a double standard. We want us a woman. How you gonna want a woman that know how to ride dick and do all of this stuff? I'll keep it 1,000 with you. If that girl done fucked a whole bunch of niggas before me, baby, I hope they were quality niggas. When I look down, like he said, you might not want to know. Sometimes you do want to know. If with a small town like where we live, I look for key people. Especially if you out and it's social media days, we see who you know. If I see all the homies that I know is known for slaying, I'm like, let me dig a little deeper and find out more. Now, once I found out what I found out, baby, I hope with every level and with all these niggas that you got, I hope your sex game got better with every level of dick you took. I'm just gonna keep it 100. If you didn't fuck 10,000 niggas and you still coming in like, I don't do this, baby, I can't do nothing with you. But my thing is it's a no judge zone for me, because how am I gonna judge you when I know what I did? And the one thing about me is I'm open, and I believe in being open when you're talking to somebody. That way y'all can get over this childish rough phase of well, you didn't did this. Now there's some deal breakers, somebody like, dang, she smashed my homie. And then that sometimes that's a conversation between boys. Every nigga done had somebody that they done hit, that they know somebody else that done hit. So they gotta, see what, was you just fucking with the nigga, or, oh nah, I was getting all types. You like, dang, that's too close to home. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's my boy. And I know what he do. And he did you like that? And I'm supposed to take you around the boys and be like, they looking at me like, bro, this who we all hit, right?
That's a deal breaker for me. Like,
hey,
never happened. That like, and again, maybe I'm just the
old soul,
because I'm different. I'm the oldest on the podcast. True. I've been married. I'm the only one that's married. No one has been married for a long time.
Yeah, I ain't never been married.
And so there's certain things that your mate. Remember I said earlier. Every woman got a hole in them.
Yeah.
It's just what man is gonna bring it out of them.
You pay all her bills, I bet she get nasty.
And hopefully it's her husband that's the one that's gonna bring it, and then so y'all just grow sexually together.
Yeah.
So do women have? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I heard a psychologist say, he said the reason he said he think people should experience different people, but not too many people, because once you get to the altar, now you comparing your husband to Jim, John, Randall, Rudolph, Jeffrey, such and such, so it's kind of dangerous. It's taboo. Honestly, it's taboo.
So you don't believe that you should judge from, I'm not going to say judge, but learn. I feel like if they aren't still in my life, they were a lesson. Sometimes you got to turn your L into a lesson. Sometimes you had to deal with that toxic ain't shit nigga because you needed to learn, oh, this is what toxic ain't shit niggas are.
No, yeah, I get that. I'm talking about the sex wise. Like, some people, some women know how to control themselves and know how to stay focused on this one dude. But some women who have had sex with a lot of people, they're thinking about, well, this person did this better. That can you do it like this? That's when you start asking, can you do this? And he like, where you get that from? And you got it from 4 different people. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be dangerous to a certain extent when it comes to being serious.
And let me be devil's advocate. So and LaChester know where I'm finna go with this. You can also have 2 people that have not experienced anybody but each other at the altar, like they both virgins at the altar. But then, especially the man, they start getting a little curious and trying to see what else they missed out on.
True.
So
That's true.
then they
in everybody marriage.
and so that can be detrimental. I've seen it happen.
That's true.
So I'm always gonna be one to. I mean, God forgive me, God know my heart, but I always say, you know, it's good to at least experience it before you get married, so that it won't when you get married.
I would at
then
least
you
want to
not
see it. Like,
at least.
Did you say you at least want to see it? If I
don't
show
have
it to you, it's finna go down.
I know peekaboo. Hey,
Hey,
what you gonna do?
grown ass man. If I show it to you, you finna get
Wait,
it.
let me rephrase that.
might be a grown
Cause
not a
people,
shower.
cause y'all ask me that all the time. Like, what if it's bad? What if it's not good? But you know, when you're cuddling and you scoot your dude up to, you gonna feel whether it's a grower.
Well,
or
you
a
don't
shower.
need to do that if you don't want to do it, cause that's telling enough to go. When you do the scoot action, that's the little
Nah,
secret.
it's cuddling.
Yeah, the button is
Nah,
coming.
Yeah.
tell them, Mo.
It is.
Tell them when you doing that on them, and you that's letting them know like,
Hey, she
hey,
was doing that 25 years ago. She know. Hey, look, fake it sleep helping me get them off. But hold on. But I do believe that everybody
and he's still
still
there.
gonna do it. But here, I do believe this. I believe that everybody goes through, and I've preached this since my college days with everybody. Everybody has to go through a whole phase. It's just and I'm not gonna say everybody has to. Everybody should. And only reason I say that is you learn so much. You learn, like, I done been with plenty of women, and I learned what I like, what I don't like, what attracts me, what don't attract me. Sometimes you don't know an experience until you go through it. Mm-hmm. Which means you might go through the mistake of, you know, dibbling, dabbling. But I feel like that's what's going to give you the best alternative. Because me personally, I feel like I'm going to get all my flesh out before I go into a covenant with somebody. That's major. That like you said, those are marital vows. Those are even dating and relationship. I'm not just having sex with you and that makes you my girlfriend. Sex, I can separate the two. If we having great sex but you're not good for me, sometimes it's just that. You know, hey, we good with sex. You
And
cool
that's
with
it.
it, you cool with it, I'm cool with it. But when you find somebody that brings the total package, it ain't just the sex, because sex is a major part and it can be a deal breaker. But when you find somebody that has substance, somebody that you feel like you want to do life with, that's what makes the relationship.
And I'm going to stop it and I'm going to end it here. Sex, I always say this, I live by this. Sex starts outside the bedroom.
That's intimacy. That's called intimacy.
Facts.
that's what it is, man.
Fucking you before I'm ever touching you.
Yeah,
baby.
man.
I hear that shit.
Not saying it like that, but yeah.
Man, look at her.
You
ass.
saying that, but hey, look,
the
that's
angel
about all
over
the
there.
action
Yeah,
you
yeah.
getting.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
be giving him the eyes. She be like, yeah.
Let me go home and take that cold shower.
You know what I can do. I ain't gonna do it because God told me not to.
Anoint myself with oil.
But you already know.
My cup runneth over.
This flows.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life.
Sprinkles of water.
But yeah, it definitely starts outside the bedroom. Intimacy.
It does.
And that's how you know. We're going to save it for the next.
I feel you, man. I done preached the whole series on intimacy, so I mean,
We can dive in, you
Yeah.
know.
We do.
Yeah, we stuck to them clips, you know. We can throw some topics out there, you know. Hey, they put me in the back for a reason. They don't want me because we can go.
yeah. We put. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. We put his ass back there for a reason. You goddamn right. Cause I need him to get these buzz out my headphone. He need to come in here and run some lines and figure out the hell going on.
Y'all see the hate.
But man, look, man, our time has been far-fetched, man. Major shout out to the platform, tonight's conversation, man. I do want you to go and check those guys. I do follow them. I think that they are dope, bro. They talk about a lot of dope stuff on their platform. They're talking about the conversation that everybody want to hear about, and they're saying the stuff that people want to say, but people won't say it because they just don't feel comfortable saying it. So shout out to them. Go check them out, man. Again, there's a link in the description below that'll send you straight over to that stuff, man. I appreciate y'all checking it out. So real quick, man, I want my guests and my people, my staff, man, the people who make the What You Mean podcast real quick to shout themselves out. And we gonna get out of here, man. Y'all gotta flow, man. Let's start this time and then we gonna go this way this time. Mo, tell the people who you are.
But you gotta get up out of here.
Out of here, because Bobo them said they ready to go.
I am Monique Jackson, once again, the stylist with the mostest. I'm going to have to come up with another name, but yeah, every time you see LeCheston, he going to be fly.
That part.
Well, guys, I'm NaShaye, the angel. No, just playing. I'm NaShaye, Birmingham's finest on-camera host, journalist. You already know. If you know, you know. If you don't, get to know me.
Y'all already know who it is. Jay Gray, the great Jay Gatsby. You can find me on everything. Holla at me. You need anything, audio, lighting, staging, video. You know, I'm right here at the What You Mean podcast, LaPick Visuals, LaCheston. Thank you for having us, of course. You know,
Man, love y'all, bro.
Even though y'all can't operate without us.
Are you right? I stand. Are you right?
LaCheston brings our gifts out.
We're the organs. We're the organs of this working
People
body.
been asking me to style for years, and I wouldn't do it until LaCheston.
I'm the mouth.
Made me do it. Jay, don't interrupt. Jay, hold on. Don't interrupt.
You see how
me
you
no
sound?
more.
That's how you supposed to been sounding the whole time. I've been trying to get you to turn
Don't
your mic.
interrupt me no more.
I've been trying to get you to turn your mic.
You.
They heard.
Now your true colors showing now.
And they heard. Oh, they heard what I had to say. Jay, don't you interrupt me no more.
Gatsby.
Yes, ma'am.
LaCheston brings out our gifts.
Auntie Mo.
Whatever.
Okay.
Look at you. You the good time. You the old.
They
Hey,
think
if she
that
was
hurt.
her daughter, she'd be the
That
one
don't
sucking
hurt.
up.
They
She'd be
think
like,
that hurt.
Mama,
That
tell
don't
her.
hurt. That don't hurt.
When they call her auntie, that don't hurt.
That don't hurt.
Oh, now you big Auntie Mo now. Oh, never the little one.
I'm gonna say that for the next
stepper, big
podcast.
stepper.
The next podcast.
Well, as always, man, thank y'all so much for listening, man. If you have not hit that subscribe button, do that right now, man. If you're listening to us right now on any podcast platform, thank you. Make sure that you're following and make sure thank you for the download. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, between time, man, until next time, man, we hope you enjoyed it, man. We love y'all, man. Thanks so much, man. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Go to the group shot, boy. Peace.
Ooh.